Hey, it's Rachel, the Outdoor Witch. So in today's topic, I want to talk about why is therapy not the fastest or the easiest way out of eating disorders and especially bulimia. So before we jump in that video, if you are interested in following my coaching program, it will be on the 30th of August and registrations are now open. And I put the link below in the description box. And also if you want to work a one-to-one with me, you can also find all the information in the description box below. All right, but without any further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So eating disorders, bulimia, like every kind of addictions and mental disorders, even if I don't like that word, are kind of tricky to recover from. But it's totally possible and I'm the living proof it is. So therapy is only one aspect of you recovering from that condition. Therapy or any kind of personal development or spiritual growth is amazing, and I think it's part of our life journey. It's going to help you understand why you started in the first place. It's going to help you deal with your emotions and learn tons of things on yourself. It will help you cope differently with any kind of stressful event, but even with strong emotions like extreme sadness, grief, anger, but also joy and overexcitement. So I think it's really great, but it's only a part of you recovering from eating disorders. Now I'm going to explain to you why you don't have to have figured out your entire life, have understood everything about yourself, being able to cope with emotions and whatever kind of event is coming up in your life before you can heal from eating disorders. At some point in your life, you've developed a binge eating disorders for a reason or reasons. And it was the coping behavior that you needed at that time to be able to handle the situation or live through an event or something really painful or difficult to handle for you at that time. And it can be very many things, and we will talk about this in another video. But for today, I just want you to understand this. This coping behavior was actually there to help you. Whether it sounds crazy or not, it was the way you could handle the situation the best at that time. And actually, it was something helpful and beneficial for you in a way, okay? I'm not talking about the detrimental and the damages caused to your body, but still, for you, it was the best option at that time. And at some point, that behavior, instead of helping you, has become an entity in itself. Let me explain. So let's say you develop bulimia because at the beginning you actually wanted to keep control of your weight, and that was the best way you had found at that time to be able to handle your weight and not putting on any weight. Because I don't know if you're anything like me, but for me, putting on weight was the worst thing that could happen in my life, like even worse than dying. So that's the mechanism I put in place at some point because it was the only way I could survive normal life where I had to eat and I still wanted to have control over my weight. That's what I thought at that time, okay? It's just an example. But over time, the behavior you have implemented, you've been repeating it so many times, like again and again, like binging and then purging, or just eating and then purging, that at some point that behavior is encrypted. It's here imprinted in your brain. And then it's the subconscious mind that takes over and repeated it like a running program, in the background, in the computer. And it has become an entity in its own. It works on its own without you knowing, without you being fully aware of it any longer. So it means that this coping behavior that you thought was going to help you in a situation, it was your way to control a situation, maybe. After a while, it takes over and it feels like you're losing control. But actually, you've trained your brain so well that now it works on repeat, on its own. So you've become addict to the behavior. It's not only a coping behavior anymore, a mean of coping with something. It has become an addiction. you will need to eat because you will need to purge. The binge as a reason to be and the purging as another reason to be. Now it has become this vicious cycle where you just can't get out, because even if you start by, if you start understanding how things work, where you started bulimia or another eating disorders, where you now want to stop, then your brain is still acting on this old program. And it's so hard to fight against something that has been imprinted again and again in your brain physically, and that keeps running whenever it sees or perceives something as a trigger. So the idea is this: now your brain has this program really, really strongly imprinted there. And whenever your subconscious mind sees something that is similar to the initial trigger, it will just launch the program. And this one is now running, and you just feel like, I'm losing it. I can't get a grip on my life anymore. Why? This is one point that we really have to attend if you want to recover from eating disorders, binge eating disorders, is to rewire the brain, to really work on the physicality of the brain. So the idea is this: your brain is like a huge network of roads of different sizes. And this one, the one you've been developing through eating disorders, is now like a motorway, because you've used it so much, so often, that it's just beautiful, paved, and absolutely beautifully maintained, like wow. And you can drive it super fast. So it's the go-to solution whenever you want to do or to go somewhere, you take the highway, isn't it? So your brain is exactly doing the same. Whenever something comes up that is similar to that initial trigger, it will just drive along that motorway, even though it's just leading you to hell. So the key to recovery, one of the key to recovery, is to understand that this road is not leading where you want to go any longer. It might have been useful for you at some point in your life. That was the only option at hand by then. But now you've grown, you've learned a lot on yourself, and this means it's not serving you anymore. It's detrimental, it's destroying your health, and you want something else. So your brain is going to go and drive that same road again and again, but you want to choose something else for yourself. Just a side note, if you don't want to recover, if you want to stay in that behavior of binge eating, of bulimia, or whatever eating disorders you have, then it's your choice, okay? But just make it a choice. Now I'm showing you can have a different choice in your life, and that is to choose another road. But this road is going to be like, the little dirt track that you barely can see through the forest at the beginning, because it's so unused. Because at the beginning, it will require some effort from you to consciously choose differently. And I will do an entire video on that topic, how you can really resist, let's say that, how you can really resist the urge of standing up and going to the fridge, of eating another bag of crisp, or then of purging, by acting differently and step by step creating a new road for yourself. And it will take a bit of time, but it's much, much quicker than you think. As soon as you've decided not to use this old motorway that is leading to hell and choose another one instead, it will go super fast. Really, really it does. So that's probably the most important to get when you want to recover from eating disorders. You have to become aware of the fact that your brain is working in a way, and that it's sending you signals that now you will choose to act differently on, and not just follow the impulse to stand up and go and eat more, or to have always that same reaction to event, which is grab food and then purge. The other super important element, because recovering from binge eating disorders requires you to attend to the mind and body connection. We are complete entities. We have a brain, we have a body, we have a spirit, and we need all of this to work together, not against each other. And believe it or not, your body is with you. Your brain is yours. Your mind works for you. It always does and always will. So now it's up to you to choose and train both your body and your brain to work together. But your body has needs. And this is the other super important element, is that you need to attend to your physical needs. Your body needs food, it needs water, it needs things to survive. And think of your body like an animal. It will need its basic needs to be met, whatever it takes. So if you don't give your body the basic needs like food and liquid that it needs, it will get them by any means. And then it becomes like this crazy dog that is starving on the streets and just, go and eat all the rubbish and stuff it can find because it's just starving. So you have to attend to your mind to act in a direction that is more positive for you. And you also have to take care of your body, so your body works along with you. And I just want to say something. Don't be afraid that your body wants to be against you. It will never be, because it's yours. So let's say you want to be slim, fit, you want to be energetic, you don't want to turn into a sorry for the word. And it's your choice, it's your preference, and your body is going to work with you to stay nice and fit, healthy, or long and lean, or whatever you want to be. It doesn't want you to be a fat person or someone, unhealthy. Your body wants the best for you because it's your body. It has the same desires that you have. So I don't know what's your desires for your body, for your image, for your looks, but your body is yours. Your brain, your mind is yours. So they are your friends. They are part of you. They are you. So they're not working against you. And I think this is super important, because I often thought that if I were to recover from eating disorders, I would have to look like some other people did. And I didn't want to look like that. I wanted to have this image of myself that I had in mind. And that was someone, that was me, actually. So, and that was me, and that's who I am now. So I just want to say that you are going to be and look how you want to, but in a positive way, without causing damage to your body, without torturing yourself. And the living machine that your body is, in some ways, you're going to be as you want, but by taking care of this beautiful entity that you are. So to sum up, to recover from bulimia, you have to attend to the plasticity of your brain, that is to retrain, to reprogram your brain so it works alongside you, to help you towards recovery. And you have to attend to the needs, the basic needs of your body. And basically it comes down to hunger and getting enough liquid and enough sleep, enough care. So this is a global way. And therapy comes in the picture because it's going to help you understand why you started in the first place and how to handle better your emotions and other stuff. So that's why it has to be a comprehensive approach to bulimia and any eating disorders. Anorexia is also in the picture, but I'm not an expert there, and I don't want to, because as I said before, your brain has been trained when you're anorexic so well that it actually prevents you from eating. And then your life can be in danger, in immediate danger. So I'd rather you go to a specialist and take care of your immediate needs right now to stay alive. And then you can watch all the videos, you can do all the coaching you want regarding eating disorders, but from now, I think that anorexia is not in the scope of this video. Now that you've understood that there are 3 parts to completely recover from eating disorders, especially bulimia and binge eating disorders, it's up to you to choose. Do you want to recover and take a new approach towards recovery, what it means to recover, how you can recover, or you prefer not to and you stay and you choose to stay in your binge eating disorders? Because as long as you don't have this deep desire to recover, no one can help you. And that you have to be absolutely clear about. But I believe that if you're watching this video so far, you have a desire to recover. So until the next video, I would like you to become more aware of the signals that your body is sending you anytime you feel the urge of binging and purging, and feel them and start to see if you could act differently. When you feel this urge, are you really forced to stand up? Or could you do something else instead of standing up and going to the fridge? Or are there some situation where you feel that this urge is stronger? Just become aware of all these different situations, because I believe there are many. There's not just one situation where you directly go to binge eating and purging, but there might be many. So just do this and start to see if you could act differently. Start to see if you could choose another option, or if you don't want to, or if you choose on purpose to go and binge. In the next video, we will really dive into this, how you can actually not act, not react to the impulse that your brain is sending you, because it's running on this old program that's no longer serving you. So I hope today's video was helpful. Please feel free to leave a comment. I love to have your feedback. And please like, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of the other video I'll be posting soon. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care for now. Bye.